Welcome back. So now we have the get another button right here. I also want to create button, and let's just make that button. So back in the home HTML page, we're going to make another button. Let me just copy this just to make it easy. There we go. And that button is actually going to be a danger button, meaning it's going to be red. And that's just going to, instead of get another, that's actually going to call a create function. So again, now you should know that now we need to go and make that create function, and the text is just going to be create. So we don't have a create function right now. We need to go and make that inside the TypeScript file. Jumping into the TypeScript file, here we have the get another. So we're going to make a new function right below it called create. By the way, it doesn't matter if it's above or below, it's just, that's just where I placed it. Now we're going to use the joke service. We're going to use that joke service to actually call the create joke. We're going to actually, in here, add what we need to do to create a joke. And what does a joke need? Well, a joke needs a setup, right? And the setup right now is just going to be very simple. I'm just going to write Smurf. Yes, I know that's not a joke, but who cares? The punchline, that's going to be blue. Yes, it's funny because it's true, Smurfs are blue. But it doesn't seem like it will allow me to create a joke with this information. I need to also add the ID, but we don't need the ID to create a joke. We don't need the ID because our joke service takes care of creating an ID for us. So how do we avoid this error right here saying, if you want to call yourself a joke, you need an ID, a setup, and a punchline. I only want to tell the system now, I only want to use a setup and a punchline. Well, you can actually, just like when you null check, you can say, when I'm working with a joke, I'm going to allow the ID, by adding the question mark here, I allow the ID to be optional. So it's up to you if you want to add an ID or not. Now that makes it so that now it's actually allowed to create a joke without the ID. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm saying I'm creating a joke, it has a setup, it has a punchline, but it does not have an ID because the joke service will create the ID for me. Sweet, let's see if this actually works. So we are not quite done yet. What we need to do is also we need to subscribe again because this is actually an observable. So we're going to subscribe and say when you create the joke, we can actually listen for the joke change. And what we're going to get joke back. So I'll just call it this, the created joke right here in the subscribe. I get the created joke back, created joke, and I'm going to pass that, and I'm actually going to set this.joke equal to the created joke. Right? So I'm just going to set the current joke that we're displaying to the joke we just created, just to see if we actually made this work. So let's try and see if this is running now. It should say when I create now, it should actually set the joke up here, and there we go. And now I should be able to randomize again and at some point get my new joke. There we go! The new joke is there! Yay! Sweet! Now I know when I'm creating a joke, I'm really not doing anything. I'm just faking data right now. So in the next lesson we need to kind of add a few fields so we can create a real joke. See you next time. Have fun.